Hello everybody, it's me GhostCritic with what should be the final comic book haul for some time. I've spent quite a lot of money recently on back issues, but this weekend just gone was the last weekend of my local comic book sale, where they were selling all these boxes and boxes of comics for 50p each. So I thought one last splurge, and that is basically what this is. And now going forward, there's going to have to be something pretty special for me to be picking up back issues for a little while. Let's put it that way, because like I said, I've spent quite a lot of money of late. So I'll make this nice and short, or as short as I possibly can anyway, because there's about 60 comics to show you, ranging from 70s right up to today. I just hope you enjoy it. So let's get on with it. Okay, so we're starting off with DC, and this, the next 3 issues finally finish off my Countdown to Adventure 8 mini-series. This is issue number 1. Great kind of space epic action adventure with Adam Strange, Animal Man, and we got Starfire there. Issue number 4 and issue number 7. So that now completes my Countdown to Adventure. An odd issue of Superman and Batman, or Batman and Superman, however you want to say it, issue number 24, with, obviously you can see on the front there, Supergirl, Batgirl, and some iteration of Superboy there. But great stuff there with Jeff Loeb and McGuinness on art there. This looked quite unusual. I thought I'd give this a go. I think this is only 4, yes, it's 4 issues. I've found all of them. Mr. E, as you can see from the cover, it's quite stylized. So that's issue number 1 from 1991. Issue number 2. Issue number 3. And issue number 4. So that's going to be an interesting take on a classic. I think it's Ditko, isn't it? Steve Ditko. Found this. It's just a kind of a pin-up gallery type of comic. It's not actually a comic book per se. It's Sandman Gallery of Dreams. It's got a little introduction there by Neil Gaiman, but they are basically just pin-ups by various artists, with obviously Sandman as the inspiration for all of the pin-ups. The first annual from the Omega Men and the Fight for Harpist Wings. Good stuff there from Doug Munch. This is battered to hell, it really is, but I love the kind of DC and the Marvel kind of horror comics from the 70s, late 70s. Dark Mansion, issue number 8, Forbidden Tales. That should be a great fun read, although I mean, I don't know how clear you can see it, but there's little nibbles there and there's a little kind of tear there, but as far as I can see, it is all intact. Issue 1 of Arak, Son of Thunder, more kind of barbarian-esque type stuff, but lovely stuff. It is a 15p British, let's call them variants from there, but good stuff. So they're all the DCs. There wasn't a great deal there. We will crack on with the bulk of the haul, which is Marvel. Let's get them straight. I'm going to start off with a few annuals that I found. The first one is annual number 4 of the Atlantis Attacks era. This is 1989. We've got Daredevil, we've got Spider-Man, we've even got Doctor Strange in the mix there. So that'll be good stuff. A few of the Incredible Hulk annuals. This is number 16, number 17, and number 18. Bit of a Defenders reunion going on there by the looks of it. We've got Namor, we've got Silver Surfer, and we've got Doctor Strange there. And obviously the story's called The Return of the Defenders. We have, I'm not quite sure if I had this or not, so I just thought for 50p I'll pick it up just in case. A 3-issue mini-series from Marvel, Flame and the Fiend from Conan the Barbarian. And I was really happy to find these. I've never seen these before, but it's clearly a series that Marvel did back in the 80s. This is Conan the King, issue number 20. I'm not quite sure who did that cover. I've been trying to look for a signature somewhere, but I can't, but it's still a great cover. And all these are great covers. We've got Kaluda doing the rest of these. Issue number 21, issue number 22, The Black Dragons, issue number 23, and finally issue number 24. Moving on, you might have seen in past haul videos I've got. This was an 8-issue mini-series with kind of the X Factor kids. This goes back to 1987. This was called Fallen Angels. This is one of the ones that I was missing within that run. Still a couple more to get for that to complete it. Yes, back in the early 2000s, Marvel decided to jump on the manga train and kind of get in on the act, because manga was really starting to emerge as something to read at that time. So they did kind of manga versions of all their main properties. I've got a few of these, but I wanted this purely because it was Fantastic Four, so it'll be interesting to see Adam Warren and Karen Grant's kind of manga take on them. I pick these up as and when I find them. I like the character of Bucky Barnes and the whole Winter Soldier thing. Nice, good spy thriller stuff, much like the now just finished Black Widow. So good to pick that up. Issue 4 from the 4-issue limited series. This time the X-Men versus the Avengers, and we finally get the Judgment of Magneto. Good stuff there. Few little bits filling in gaps from my Excalibur run. This is issue 24 and issue 66. Unfortunately, well, it's clear that there must have been some sort of price sticker there and someone's tried to take it off ever so carefully, but didn't manage it. So there's a little kind of tear in the cover there, but for 50p I'm not going to get too hung up about that. Continuing on, me trying to collect everything that was involved in last year's Secret Wars, big event, and all the tie-ins and the battle worlds that happened in there. This is the first one of Armor Wars. This is one of the titles I didn't or haven't been able to find up until now, so I found issue number 1. Filling in a couple of the X Factor, the very first series that changed look and style throughout its life, but this is issue 140 and 141. Haven't picked up a lot of X books for a while. I've got so many of them and just need so few to finish runs off now. Not many of the X Factor to go. Haven't picked up an X-Man book for ages, but it was good that I found a few to fill in some gaps. This is issue number 30. Nate Gray as the X-Man, coming out of the whole Age of Apocalypse universe. This is issue number 46. Strife there on the cover. And 47. Moving on, odd issue of X-Men. Issue number 62 from 1997. Looks like we've got a bit of Shang-Chi in there as well, with Wolverine in his late 90s guise, looking quite interesting. Let's say interesting. Bringing it a little bit more up to date, the X-Men issue 193, Mike Carey and my favourite artist, comic book artist, Chris Bichello. This was the last part of the Supernovas run. 195, Humberto Ramos taking on the art this time. 196 and 197. Then some more Incredible Hulks. I've been getting a little bit of a taste for these of late. I don't know what it is about the Incredible Hulk. It's a character that you wouldn't think you could get much mileage out of. But obviously the Peter David run is one of those classic Marvel runs. He was on it for a long time and did a lot of good stuff. Really revitalised the character. So 358. 371 with Namor and Doctor Strange on there battling the Dark Hulk. Issue 371. Issue number 406. Cap and Doc Samson getting in there on the action. Then we jump very high up to Pack and Olivetti's run. This is issue 601. Variant edition. I love Olivetti's artwork on a lot of the he did, oh, what have I just read that he did? Oh, it's my I think he did some Conan stuff. Yes, I'm going to say Conan, that sounds about right. But we're jumping up to 601, 603, 604, jumping again to 624. Greg Pak still writing that. Part 2 of Planet Savage. And issue 626. So they were all the Marvels that were in this haul. Now on to the kind of odds and ends. Managed to find the last part of the 2-issue miniseries, Astro City Special Silver Agent. Love anything to do with Astro City, and that's why we've got this, which is Astra, and another Astro City Special. I think this is a one-shot. Moving on to another Astro City Special. This is Supersonic, issue number 1. Obviously all of these are written by Kurt Busiek, so you know you're going to get some good storytelling. And another Astro City commemorative special. This is issue 2 of 2 of Astra. Then I managed to find a few Atlas comics. I like to pick these up as and when I find them, and if they're really cheap like they were with these, then I'm going to pick them up. So we've got The Brute, number 3. The Tarantula, part of the Weird Suspense line, issue number 2. And issue number 3. John Target, Manstalker, issue number 2. And issue number 3. Almost at the end now with a Charlton classic. This is a reprint that came out in the mid-80s, but actually was first published back in the mid-70s. The Many Ghosts of Dr. Graves, so some classic 70s horror type comics from Charlton. And finally, another offshoot of the America's Best Comics line, particularly on the Cobweb. This kind of drew me in because it's Melinda Gebbie doing the art and the story on there, so that's going to be quite stylized and looking quite sexual, I would have thought. She certainly draws some very sexy ladies, and we've also got some grey shirt and the first American in there as well. So that is going to be it, hopefully. Well, I say hopefully. Hopefully my wallet will thank me for not buying any more comics like this kind of size for a while now. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.